Okay, a recursive sequence means you're depending on previous results of the sequence, previous terms of the sequence, in order to decide the new term. Okay, sometimes you can express a sequence as both an algebraic sequence or use recursive. You can do both. Okay, but we're supposed to make a recursive sequence for this problem. Define b sub 4. Oh, we're already given the recursive sequence. They've already made it. So what this says, b sub n equals 3 times the previous term. Okay, that's what that n sub 1 means. So if you want to find like the fourth term, then 4 minus 1, then you take the third term and multiply it to 3 and then subtract it by 1. Okay, so we're already given that b sub 1 is 2. b sub 2, the second term in the sequence, is found by taking 3 and multiplying it to the first term. So 6 minus 1 makes 5. b sub 3 means that we take that previous term and multiply it to 3 and then subtract by 1. So we got 14 for b sub 3. And then, so we're finally ready for b sub 4. It means take 3, multiply it by that previous term, and then subtract 1. 20, 30, 42, 41. I hope I didn't do that too fast. Okay, let me see if I can find a different problem. Yeah, this one asks us, no, same thing, wants us to find f5. So it's a little bit more complicated. I guess I can do this one too. Just a tiny bit though. It just asks you, it makes you rely on 2 previous terms. So we got f, the first term, f sub 1 is 3. The second term is 1. So to find the third term, whoa, computer's going wacky. Find the third term, you take the previous term and then the term that was 2 terms back. Okay, in other words, we're going to take f sub 2, you don't necessarily have to write this out every time, and subtract it by 3 times f sub 1, and then subtract by 1. So if you just plug in those numbers, well, this is going to be weird. 1 minus 9 makes negative 8. Negative 8 minus 1 makes negative 9. So f sub 3 is negative 9. We need to get to f sub 5. The fourth term in the sequence means you take the third term and subtract it by 3 times the second term, and then subtract by 1. So negative 9 minus 3 makes negative 12. Negative 12 minus 1 makes negative 13. And then f sub 5, that means you take f sub 4 and subtract 3 times f sub 3. Oh, so this is interesting. We got negative 3 times negative 9 makes 27. So 27 minus 13 makes 14. 14 minus 1 makes, oh, I hope I didn't, let me double check that. 9 times 3 makes 27, and that's a positive 27 because that's a negative times a negative. So subtract that by 13 because you're adding a negative. Subtract an extra 1. I think we got 13 for our fifth term. The fourth and the fifth term happen to be the same. Oh, and